Hello, everyone. Hello to all of you, and a very good afternoon. Welcome to the session. Please let me know if I am properly audible and visible. Are we good to go? So, another session for all of you where we will work out some comprehension based questions. And these are really important questions because comprehension and especially reading comprehension part of it is something which we do get to see every now and then, right? So it's very important for you to focus. It's very important for you to make sure that you are well versed in these topics, okay? And even for other days, we have dedicated days for certain topics. We are covering reading comprehension paragraph on Tuesdays, error detection, sentence correction on Thursdays, and vocabulary based questions on Saturdays. Okay. Apart from this, 8 p.m. editorial session is going on. Just the changes these days, we have this session on this channel. Okay. So it's on IBPS Exam Mentor and not on our main channel, which is CGBMentors. Okay. Just remember this. And yeah, apart from this, things are like regular. Let's see how we continue with the topics and all. If you have any suggestion, drop in the comment. Okay. We have a great facility for you. Okay, आपको सभी सेशंस की फ्री पीडीएफ्स अवेलेबल हैं. All you have to do is join our Telegram, and in description you will find the link of a Telegram group. Okay. So we will now begin. We will start with some para jumble question. और फटाफट like और share कर दो वीडियो को. Make sure to subscribe in case you are new to the channel. You have to arrange all of them and remove one odd. Start working on it. You have to arrange everything, I mean, rest of them as well. So, whatever your odd one is, you have to arrange rest of them and give the final answer here. Okay, so whenever you have a question जहाँ पे आपको you have to rearrange and put out the odd one, so you need to make sure you focus on the rearrangement part. If you're very sure with your rearrangement, automatically you will have one sentence which is odd and that will help you a lot. So in this case, answer is Q, P, R, T and S is odd. I'll explain, focus now and try and understand. कहाँ पर mistake हुई? Where did you miss? In glaciated regions, the movement of ice sheets suckered the landscape and the weight of ice depressed Earth's crust below. So, this is a sentence that talks about the movement of ice sheets did something that's mentioned. Glaciation during the epoch prepared several types of landscapes for the development of the present day wetlands. This is, of course, no doubt the first statement because this is introducing us with glaciation and how it helped us. So, Q has to be first. Both processes created low relief areas, such as, that means if I get two names of processes, I can use R. Okay, so you can see that the movement of ice sheets suckered the landscape and the weight of the ice depressed crust below. नीचे दबाता गया. So these two, okay, both the process created low relief area. See, crust is going below, suckering up the landscape, so it is going below. Now, such as flat suckered landscape, see, same terms, so definitely P and R तो pair हो गए ना. Wetlands in non-glaciated regions. अभी non-glaciated की बात अचानक क्यों हो रही है? This region, which hosts extensive wetlands that are fed by, continues to experience isostatic uplift that brings more of Hudson bottom to the surface. So in T as well, when we say P and R, it's giving us, R is talking about Canada's Hudson Bay. We are only saying Hudson Bay in T, that definitely means after R, T will come. Because the full name, full information is given in R. But then in T, we just get the last two words of the name. So there you go. S अपने आप बाहर हो जाता है. Exactly. In this case, we were talking about glaciation and how it helped. But only S was talking about wetlands in non-glaciated regions. That was irrelevant at this point. Clear? You have to arrange all of the sentences in this one. No, there is no odd, dear. In this one, there is no odd. You have to arrange all of them. Answer to this one is BEDAC. Okay. Now, coffee Arabica grows here in its original wild form. Okay, here where we need to know the place, then only this word here will give us some sense. Coffee is the drink of choice for millions of us. This is a generic statement about coffee. Okay, first one, of course. The forests of southwest Ethiopia, considered to be the birthplace of coffee and the center of its genetic diversity. So we are talking about the birthplace, so we'll also talk about originality in the same context. The country contains rugged highlands and lush forests. So the sentence talks about the country's geography. Okay, but the world's second most traded commodities originates in Ethiopia and its home is under threat. So coffee is something which is loved by millions, but it is under threat. So this is the point. After B, I will use E because the contrast fits the best here. Now we will start talking about Ethiopia because all other sentences B, A, and C all are talking about the place. Okay. So here not B, A, D, and C they are talking about the place Ethiopia. So B talks about the general introduction. E introduces Ethiopia. Now it is also the land that contains lush. So we are talking about the country's introduction. So E with D is introducing us how exactly Ethiopia is. Now I have two ways to go, A and C and A. Okay. Now when I use A first, coffee Arabica, specific type of coffee, grows here in its wild form. The forests are considered to be the birthplace of coffee. So we are gonna go with A and C because that flow makes more sense, right? Here, जो Ethiopia के लिए है, it is already mentioned in E and D. Okay, the country, and then we are narrowing down further. Southwest Ethiopia. This is narrower than saying that Ethiopia is considered to be birthplace. I hope you're understanding. It's like something happened in India and then something happened in Northeast India. So this is how it is. Okay. Any doubt? Any pair that is giving you any kind of confusion? I hope you are getting it. It's all clear. You can ask. I'll take you back and explain. Okay. Let's do the next one. Again, all of them are to be arranged. Okay. There is no odd. Yeah, please mention your doubt. Zeba, you can mention your doubt, and before explaining this question's answer, I will clear your doubt. Okay, what's your doubt, Zeba? Would you care to mention? I would like to start explaining the answer for this one. And meanwhile, you can type your doubt. Answer is EDCBA. Okay, you guys need to work on your comprehension. This concerns, there has to be something for which I'm saying this. There is another aspect of modernity which is often overlooked but which is equally revolutionary. So now there is another, means already one aspect is mentioned. Then only I can save this B sentence. For others, see, for some people, modernization was synonymous. For others, modern world, modernization, same thing, was the world of modern art. No doubt D and C are a pair. You know? D and C, they need to be together. So first of all, that's a strong pair. The word modern is used in many contexts. So definitely E will come first, right? And then in B and C, we are talking about what does it mean. Right? The word modern is used in different contexts. Now tell me, कौन से different context है? D में for some people it was synonymous with industrialization. For others it was like so and so. Now again we have two ways to go: B and A and B. There is another aspect of modernity which is often overlooked. This concerns the foundation of knowledge. Okay. Now, because there is another aspect which is overlooked, that's why it is something which is concerning. That's why B has to come first and then A will follow. Okay. Otherwise, there is no point of saying this concerns. Why this verb is used? There has to be something concerning. तभी तो ये word का use करेंगे. So there is one thing which is often overlooked. That's why ये थोड़ा concerning है with respect to the foundations of knowledge. And B and A will come this way. Okay. The topic was talking about coffee. I don't understand connection of A and C. Yes. Actually, it was coffee's origin, not coffee. Okay. So when we are talking about coffee, that coffee is something where with like millions of people like it. But the same coffee's source from where it originates is under threat. So my highlight here was talking about the production of coffee in a way. The country also contains such, so we are talking about the birthplace of, or you know, the where we find a lot of coffee from where it originates. वही खतरे में है. Then we talk about the coffee, specific type of coffee. Coffee Arabica grows here in its original wild form, but it is under threat. So वो main highlight था. And then we're talking about the forest of Southwest Ethiopia, considered to be the birthplace of coffee and center of its genetic diversity. So A and C are giving us deeper details, narrow details. Okay. So till D, We are talking about, in generic form, Ethiopia being the birthplace, being the place from which it originates. So we are explaining how is Ethiopia, I mean, for any crop production, there has to be certain features of land, है ना? Rice होता है, wheat होता है, certain conditions, types of soils and etc. are required. That's being explained in B and D. And then we are narrowing down to a specific type of coffee, coffee Arabica. And we are commenting on that in A and C. I hope this has helped you. Okay. Chalo. Now it's time to do an RC. I hope you people are prepared because there is a lot to read in this RC. No timer for this. It's in two parts. Okay. You have to read a lot. See, please start reading. I'll try to give you enough time. You have to answer all of the questions in one go. एक साथ सभी क्वेश्चन का आंसर करोगे, फिर मैं एक साथ सभी समझाऊंगी. Sure to like and share the session, guys. There is next one. You have to answer all of them. One by one, I am showing you all the things. You start answering. I'm worried you are not answering. I thought you will, like, you're keeping answers to yourself. You have to keep answering the questions. Yeah. Now you don't need to see like all of it, but I hope this question you can answer like in 30 seconds. Concern. It was the tone in the last para. Global warming, however, may soon change the maxim. As the earth warms overall, something happens, yet many of the insects lack the ability to survive. Though diapause is an adaptation to survive the winter, temperature is not the main factor. It's so much of concern, so much of worry you can sense in the tone, and it was just the last passage tone, not the tone of the overall passage. You have to be very, very careful when you solve such a question. Okay, so I hope this one is clear. We'll start from the first one. Okay. So, this one. The question says, which of the following statements about the European corn borer can be inferred from the passage? And we could infer all of them. To survive the wintertime shortage, mammals like bears, chipmunks tend to hibernate. While hibernation is often thought as deep sleep, it's actually biologically distinct state of dormancy. Hibernating animals stock up food, reduce their metabolisms. NASA researchers even are looking into techniques that could induce hibernation in humans to help astronauts. ठीक है, तो introduction of hibernation basically. Insects have their own version of this powerful tool that is called diapause. Similar to hibernation, insects preparing to enter diapause will usually try to seek some kind of shelter from the cold. कोल्ड से बचने के लिए कहानी जैसे समझो इसको. Often means burrowing under. Consider the fact in winter hundreds of insects might be lying dormant, but can also mean finding shelter in tree trunks and under rocks. कहीं ना कहीं किसी के नीचे छुपना है. Okay. Some insects like the European corn borer, जिसके बारे में question है, have managed to frustrate farmers and intrigue entomologists by finding ways to live above ground in winter. अब इन्होंने नया तरीका निकाल लिया. This notorious corn pest boasts an extreme tolerance for cold. So they are one of the few ones they are capable of surviving even when the water inside the body freezes, which is the subject of fascination for entomologists. You can see that is what is happening here. Okay. Again, थोड़ा और आगे पढ़ते हैं. Studies have found borer larvae can survive being super cooled for several minutes. The borer balls up within corn stalks and is able to survive even if when the water inside the body freezes. So ये तो clear है. They do not hibernate during the winter like other insects. Very clear. They are on the ground, not below the ground. They are a nuisance for farmers since they destroy the corn plant. Yes, it is clearly mentioned that they have frustrated the farmers. तो तीनों ही चीजें आप इन्फर कर पा रहे थे. ओके, दैट्स व्हाट वाज योर फर्स्ट आंसर. सेकंड पे चलते हैं. तो सेकंड क्वेश्चन सेज, which of the following effects is global warming likely to have on diapause mechanism of insects? आंसर इसका A था, है ना. So let's read a little bit more about what are the things mentioned here. So the warmer temperatures in winters contrasted with shorter days will send mixed signals to the insect bodies and will abort the diapause process. Okay, so we need to understand the main question is about the diapause and how the mechanism is impacted. Okay, so if we read again, if we see this one, so this still talks about the freezing part and non-freezing part. तो हम आगे बढ़ेंगे यहाँ पे. Then Arctic woolly bear के बारे में इतना लिखा है. Global warming part starts only in the last passage. So we will focus on last passage. So global warming may soon change. Insects are shifting towards the pole to colonize, yet many of them they lack ability to survive. Though diapause is an adaptation, temperature is not the main factor that triggers it. Instead, shorter days lead up to winter help signal to the insect bodies and it's time to get ready for dormancy. Now, as the day stays warmer later into the fall, the bodies get confused. बहुत ही clear है. यहाँ पे bodies जो है mixed signals मिल रहा है. That means the body is getting confused and that's how global warming is affecting them. So answer इसका A था. Okay, then next question was what is true as per the passage. So Alaska, UPIS and woolly bear के बारे में है. Because the names are very clear, all you have to do is just go and search इनका नाम कहाँ है ना. Insects are migrating towards the pole. ये तो अभी हमने देखा, right? In the last para, it's already mentioned that they are moving towards the pole. तो third वाला तो true है. Now Alaska beetle survives. Beetle के बारे में क्या है? Can withstand temperatures reaching down to a shocking -100. So yes, an antifreeze molecule को survive कर सकते हैं. So there you go, first and third. The bear moth is the largest land animal on Antarctica. The woolly bear moth spends so much of time. The moth caterpillar also, we don't get any evidence of it being the largest. Definitely answer नहीं होगा. Now, which is not true. Hibernation is different from a deep sleep. Yes, it is dormancy. वो दिया हुआ है. We want to mark the statement that is not true about hibernation. Most of the part was given in the first slide. It causes metabolic rate to drop. वो भी दिया है. It is practiced in some animals in summer. I mean, this was clear right from the beginning. Hibernation is all about winters. तो ये पूरा उल्टा था. बहुत easy question था. Again, which of the statement is false regarding diapause? Diapause in insects is triggered by cooler temperature in the environment. Now, you were supposed to figure out the false one. Okay, diapause के बारे में what do you get here? It's mentioned in the first part as well as in the second part of your passage. Okay, of diapause, what all happens? Insects preparing to enter diapause will seek some kind of shelter. This means burrowing. This can also mean finding shelter. So now when we see how this diapause is working, it is in insects is triggered by cooler temperatures in the environment. That's not what we get to see here. We get to see the other details but not this. So basically that was your answer. Yeah, I think so. In fact, winter, that is the problem with the global warming. It's increasing the length of summer days, and that's what is actually going against the hibernation or diapause thing. Okay, so I think we are good to go. You all have understood everything very well, and I'm very happy to see that. Okay, so take care, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Bye bye. Take care. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe.